All right, I'm back. So my first day of targeting, 20 years ago, after the Patriot Act passed, I was a target before this. I was a person of concern, but eventually I became a hard target, which most likely you either committed a crime or came close to. When I do a video about threat assessment, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So my first day of gang stalking went like this, 20 years ago. I was a kid. I'm For the backstory, there was a kid named Terrence Grannis who I'm gonna do a video of. The FBI had me believed I was gang stalked because of him. So, they'll pull out a threat. They're very sneaky, man. They'll pull out a threat assessment when something goes on in your life so that you'll connect it to that person or this situation and not the FBI. They're very slick. All right, first day of gang stalking. So the main culprit they use to have me think that all this was because of this kid was Terrence Grannis. Here we go. I get off of work. I'm on my way to the bank. All right. I'm young, like 20 or some shit. And I stop in the bank to put money in and I'm broke because I don't have money in my bank. Whatever. I was a young kid. I just started working and, I don't really have money. I put money in the bank. And lo and behold, as I turn around, this kid, Terrence Grannis, walks in, starts talking shit, right? Oh, what's the matter, Trey? You're broke? How would he know I'm broke? What's that about? So I'm like, well, what the fuck you talking? We start like light arguing, but I'm in a bank. What am I supposed to do? Like start scrapping with this kid? So I just leave. I walk out and I leave him in there. And I'm walking down the street. And as I walk down the block, a woman walks by me and looks at me like I'm the biggest pedophile piece of shit she ever came across in her entire life. I've never seen this woman before, and I'm like, damn. I'm just like, okay. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, all right, well, maybe she thinks I'm someone else, or maybe I don't know. I didn't think much of it. So then, literally like 10 seconds after that, another girl walks by me and again looks at me like I'm the biggest pedophile, low-life piece of shit she ever seen in her life. And now I'm like, yo, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And I just go home. And that's when I started getting gang stalked. From that day on, it just got worse after that. I'll do a story on my first targeting one day. All right? So that happened. Now, to the average TI, this is what you're going to think. Those two girls who walk by you, that's the smear campaign. You see, they walk by you and they look at you like you're a piece of shit. All right, you see that because they're going around telling people you're a pedophile, you're bad, you're a violent, you're a threat. You see that? You see? Now I can tell you now, 20 something odd years later, and now during my second targeting, that was not random people walking down the street. That kid, Terrence Grannis, did not just happen to walk in the bank. All that was orchestrated. All that was meant for me to see and to feel it. I'm supposed to feel that. The cops sent this kid in to talk shit. How else would he know I had no money in the bank? What is he, a fucking secret accountant? No. He was scripted. They gave him a script. When I walked out, those two random girls were not random girls. Those were either undercover, informants, or feds. That was orchestrated. I put that on anything that was orchestrated. What a coincidence that happened. You see? And this was 20 years ago before, just as YouTube came out. So TIs couldn't look to YouTube to get answers a question. Us targets back then were in the dark. We were completely in the dark. We had no idea what was going on. Would you say the TI say today, oh, it feels like the whole world is against you? At least you guys know that, this is orchestrated. Back then, it was the whole world is against you. So that was orchestrated. Do you get it? Do you see that? You see? That why was I supposed to see that? I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Now, what are other instances of that? And then I don't know, man. I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. That was smoke and mirrors, you know. And another time, smoke and mirrors during my first targeting, you know, they used this kid a lot. They had me think that he was behind my gang stalking, but you know, he really wasn't. And eventually, after I didn't fight this kid, he was no longer perping me out. But he did for a while, and he got his karma back. And I'm gonna make a video about that. I have 3 more videos to make: my first targeting, threat assessment, and this kid and karma. You know, oh, karma bit this fucking kid in the ass bad, and the FBI got his ass beat. I'll get into that to another day. So, what other? Oh yeah, so there would be a time where I was with my brother. It was hard for them to target me because my older brother was popular and respected. You see, so his friends weren't scumbags. They weren't. You know what I mean? Like they never perked me out. I always felt good when I was around them because I was around good people, not hood rat lowlives. These were good people. All right, so now we're sitting at our neighborhood bar, and I'm outside, right? They have like an outdoor patio, and again, here we go with the girl. They like using women on me to demoralize me because I was a good-looking guy. I really was. So that's the first thing they attacked, my self-esteem. So I'm sitting out at the bar, and here we go again. The girl walking by, and now she's doing this, like, look, I never seen this bitch before. Again, I didn't know what this was orchestrated. I'm like, oh no, again, like someone's walking by looking at me. And then they did it again later that night. You know what I did? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why am I going to pay attention to them? Look at the crowd I keep. Look at the crowd I keep. What the fuck is that? Who's you, bitch? Look at the crowd I keep. I'm a scumbag. Are these people scumbags? You know, we were drunk. This kid was taking me on his motorcycle for rides around a block, pissy drunk. Like I was having fun. And then the next day, because I was a baller, I played basketball. I went down to the park, and you know the neighborhood kids who played ball, including Terrence Grandis there, and I could see he was upset. I swear to God, he was upset. You know, he's like, yeah, what, like he was just pissed off because they couldn't get under my skin. You little fucking shit weasel. Wait until I do a fucking video about you, bitch. So you see that again was orchestrated, right? All right. Now what else? Man, there's a lot of orchestrated shit, but let me tell you about shit that maybe not orchestrated. Now this is weird. You see, during my soft targeting, soft targeting, right? I went to the bar over here because I come to Serbia and Europe every summer. I go to the bar, and I asked one of the bartender, do you guys take a card? Right? And they don't. She's like, no. But the way she looked at me, she's like, no, no. Again, like I'm the biggest piece of shit pedophile she ever seen in her life. All right? Maybe you can say that was orchestrated, but now listen to this. All right? In that same summer, right? I don't know if they did, synchronicity, but as I went out of my crib over here, because there's a well, right? And I get my water, I drink from the well. And it's very clean. So as I was about to walk out, I see the chick that lives 2 houses down here. And for some reason, I looked through the peephole and I saw her and I just stopped. You know, I didn't go out, but I'm looking through the peephole and this bitch looks at me from across the street directly at my door. I almost felt like she was looking at me. If she was looking at my house, she, again, like I'm the biggest piece of shit that can't be orchestrated. She didn't see me through my fucking peephole in my door. You know, they're probably going around like, oh, this nigga's like looking at young. I don't know. He's like looking at young girls. I've never committed pedophilia. I can't tell how old. I don't know why they do that. I don't know. I don't get it. You know, if I'm a pedophile, come and arrest me. Come question me, you piece of shit. So I don't think that was orchestrated at all. You know? I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't get it. Like today, right? I walk out my crib, right? So basically, for my targeting, like, let's say the people who are informed in your community, right? They'll get like the message. Okay, so today we're gonna do when you just see him, just touch your nose. They won't say, "Oh, go and walk by him," but if you do see him, touch your nose. You know, and they teach them how to do this petty bullshit. Motherfucking community police. I don't know, man. You know. So I'm walking out my door, and this motherfucker who lives next door to me on that side, he's close family. He's close family. And this is why I take this personal. You see, I had a lot. The worst thing that happened to me in my life is not gang stalking. The worst thing to happen to me in my life is I lost my brother. That's the worst thing that ever happened to me, my older brother. And I had, even though he didn't believe me because I didn't know how to articulate what was happening, he was there for me during my first targeting. And, he didn't believe me, but all his words that he told me was real, was true, and it helped. Like, why do you care? Like, fuck these pieces of shit why do you care? Like, it's true in a way. Why do I care? You know? And in a way, he was there for me, and it helped me until I moved to California, and he stayed over here because he had a good job, and for those 3 years in California, I had nobody, and I got gang stalked heavy when I moved out there. My God, I became agoraphobic. The feds literally induced agoraphobia into me. I had to be prescribed Xanax for anxiety because I was getting panic attacks often. Every time I left the house, I'd get a panic attack. Why? Because here's some bullshit that I can't explain is going to happen. People who don't know me seem to somehow know me and look at me like I'm a piece of shit. From New York to fucking Cali. What the fuck? You know? There was no YouTube community, TI community, so I was in the dark. I was completely in the dark. That's why this targeting is it's harder now. Yeah, I don't know if it's harder now. I'm older now, but I don't have my brother here for that. Anyway, so I lost my older brother. This is my dad's house in Serbia, and that is my cousin next door, right? So I'm walking outside like I had to go somewhere with my dad, and then I'm like, all right, I'll go with you. So I get in the car in front of my house, and since he's next to my house, as I get in the car, I see him walk out his house, and I'm like, watch him touch his nose, watch. And right before he goes into his car, guess what he did? Touched his nose. The feds might tell people, listen, we're investigating him. We built these triggers into him, and we're gonna assess him. If you read the threat, I'm going to do a video on the threat assessment. I have to. You'll understand why they do this, all right? So he did that, all right? He didn't touch me. He didn't spit on me. He didn't really insult me. He got told to do something. Now, here's why it's personal. My dad lost his firstborn son. And now, you're being told to do something to his other son, you fucking worthless piece of shit fucking weasel. And now you got, like, are you out of your fucking mind? Do they know all the arguments I got in with my brother who passed away within the span of 20 years because they didn't believe what I was saying? I didn't know how to articulate what was going on. I was called paranoid and I got upset. And since my assessment lasted for like fucking 7 or 8 years, I was traumatized and I held on to that. I was like, every time my brother would have an issue with relationship problems, which we all do, and he would be down, which we all are, my dad would go cater to him, and I would wonder, like, wow, when I was down and being followed, no one gave a shit about me. But like you right away, when you got some girl problem, everyone's supposed to, run to you, and in a bad way, maybe I'm a bad person, but I held that against my brother and I held that against my family. And we had a lot of fights because of that. And now I can't even apologize to my brother no more. And now this piece of shit next to the door, my cousin, is now engaging in this. Now you're engaging in this. This shit destroys families, yo. Gang stalking destroys families, and now this motherfucker is now participating. It's not because you touched your nose. It's because you involved yourself in something that helps destroy my family. You fucking weasel. You know, and I don't think he understands that, but that's not for me to explain that. Think before you act. Think. You know, don't just someone show up to your door with a fucking badge and say, you're going to do this. And you like a piece of shit. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Fucking scumbag. You know, so that's why it's personal with me. When motherfuckers over here in Serbia touch their nose, I don't give a fuck that you touch your nose. You're harassing my father's other son who didn't die after he lost his firstborn. Motherfucker, I will punch your teeth through the back of your fucking head. You know, let the FBI hear that, you fucking pussy coward pieces of shit. Let me make sure there's no one watching me over here, man. Hold on. You know, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? You know, like, I'm almost on edge, you know. They're going to have someone do something stupid here and keep doing that until I start mouthing off. And then I'm going to explain to them, you know, his firstborn son died. Do you know how many arguments I had with my father and my dead brother over this shit? And now you're participating. You're going to tell my dad and me right now in front of our faces, who told you to do what and why? Or I'm going to split your motherfucking head open. And if he lies, boom, I'm going to split that nigga's head open. And I will go to jail and deal with whatever the fuck I have to deal with. But when I get out, next time the cops ask anyone in this fucking peasant fucking neighborhood to do something, they're going to stop and pause and think. I guarantee you, they're not just going to do it openly. They're going to be like, oh, okay, I'll do it. Oh, wait, a motherfucker got his shit split. Do I really want to do this? What does it take to make a motherfucker not do this? What does it take? You know, it's not because you're touching your fucking nose. That's not what this is about. You know? So much shit, yo. I hate to say it, but like I think I got a little more edge than a lot of you targets do. Let me say something real right now that I have to say. I've been itching to say that King Mansa, right? Let me give him props for something first of all. All right, that you know, when the no more official gang stalking. I'll put a link to that. It's like a defeat gang stalking manual official. The best fucking shit I ever seen on gang stalking in my life. I know this YouTube content creator got his shit from there. He left a video once and he left 3 links on his video. 1 about how this program is actually FBI managed aggression. 2 on citizens on patrol and how they train them, and 3, the third link, how they have laws to protect them. And when I read this, the managed aggression link was broken. They took it off the homeboy's page because he had a lot of views. This motherfucker, Defeat Gang Stalking Official Manual, is the Morpheus of gang stalking. Trust me, he's the Morpheus of this matrix. Trust me. Always watch this dude's video. I'll leave a link. So when I came across the video, I was like, damn. Fuck, I wanted to see it because he was like, yo, I have a link to prove that the gang stalking is done by the FBI and it's actually called FBI managed aggression. The link was gone. I found that link on King Mansa's video. All right, so props to you, homeboy. Props to you for posting that. You should never have deleted your old videos. Those were gold, bro. You should have never deleted that. I'm going to say this right now. You say 9 times out of 10 your family is involved. That's dangerous when you say that. That's very dangerous when you say that. And I'm going to disagree with you, you know, but I'm going to just leave that right there. So, yeah, I'm going to start making, like, if you want to know about this program, I suggest you study the FBI. The lowest level of knowledge about this program you can get is when you talk about Freemasons. That's the absolute bottom of the barrel knowledge you can get. That's nothing. You know what I mean? You want to really dig deep? Look into police programs. Study the FBI, you know? Freemasons, this and that. All the perps talk about Freemasons, all of them. Here's another thing. You can believe in V2K. You can believe in DEWs. These patents all exist. They don't exist because they just have them there and they don't use them. No, they use them. And they use them for these types of investigations. You know, V2K is when motherfuckers put voices in your heads. Thank you, God, they don't do that to me. They don't do this to everyone. They give TIs different things, you know. And this is why I suspect that, you know, they put people on these investigations and then they kind of slide in human experimentation on the low, just kind of slide it under the deck, under the tape, you know. I don't, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, you know. I don't know anymore. What the fuck was I saying? You know, there's so much to talk about. Like, it's so hard to like, you know, I just picked up my phone and started making video. I didn't plan on anything I was gonna say. I'm getting perped out here. But it's like, oh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why it's dangerous to flip out on someone who gives you your conditioned stimuli. Your conditioned stimuli. Here's another thing. Remember, during the confusion stage, and I seen all of UTIs, they send out a mass text notification to your whole fucking city, or everyone you come across by gets a notification like target any area, cough, touch your nose, who has a red shirt. If you have a red shirt, please report to this quarter. A lot of UTIs, almost all of you said that. Almost all of you said that. A lot of you later on in your targeting, you guys don't talk like that. That was just the FBI floating box, always around. You know, they will let people in your community know and they will get in touch with them. There is no such thing as a mass text notification going out to everyone you come in contact with. That's bullshit. You got informants and this and that. They surround you for blocks, the inner parameter, mid parameter, and outer parameter, and they move with you wherever you move. So at every turn you make, you're going to bump into them. They're going to have red. They're going to cough. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. This is not like you think a mass text notification across everyone that's what they want you to think. They have to demoralize you, humiliate you, isolate you, then harass dog shit taste fire out you. And this is how they see how much of a threat you are. And other things too that the threat assessment talks about. Other things. Fuck. What was I going to say? Yeah, so there's that. You know, there is smoke and mirrors involved, but I don't know how much, you know. So, you know, I'm an intro. My first gang stalking fucked me up. That shit gave me long-term sustained psychological damage. I was literally agoraphobic. I had to take fucking Xanax. I was prescribed Xanax by a fucking doctor because I was getting panic attacks all the time. You know, it fucked you up. So throughout my life, I always thought there was just something innately bad with me. Like, I'm just no good. Like, there's something not good about me. I can't explain it, you know? But now that I know what happened, in a way, I'm free. You know, I no longer wonder, what is it about me? What is it about me? Like, now I know I'm free. I don't feel ashamed of myself. I don't walk with my fucking head down like I used to when I was a kid, and all the women I let pass me by because I couldn't because I was just demoralized, you know? Fucking scumbag feds. Oh, man. I keep losing my train of thought. It's fucked up. What else? This is what happens when I'm like freestyling actually. You know, I'm like kind of freestyling on the video. I don't know. I have so much shit I want to talk about. I just can't get it out. Oh yeah, don't go beating motherfuckers up because they hit you with a conditioned stimuli. Again, for the second time, I blatantly saw what they do. I go in a video store. No, I go in an electronics store with my dad, right? Nobody knew that we were going to go there, right? So I'm going there, and again, everything is cool. And then 2 people walk in. And since I've caught this before, I already knew. I was like, here they go. Here's the perps. Here they go. All right. What they do is that the second you're not looking, they flash badges. Maybe they give a note or they tell them really quick. Okay, bara 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 bara. I have this on video. I have this on, and I confronted them, and they play stupid. They follow you around and tell people and flash badges, just cough, just touch your nose. And that's what happened. Before they came in, no one did anything. After they came in, no one did anything still. But when I had to bring some of the electronics out to the car, by the time I got back, then they started doing it. Why? Because those two motherfuckers who walked in told them to do that. You think they had enough time to explain to them why they should cough or why they should touch your nose? No, this is how they arrest you. If I would have fucking punched a motherfucker from coughing or touching his nose, they don't even know why I did that. They only that they got told to do that. Don't ever get caught slipping like that. There is no mass text notification going out to the whole fucking world. Be very careful. A lot of times when it's, real people and not gang stalkers, they don't know why they're doing this. Do not flip out on them. My job is different. My job knows why they do this. And since it's threat assessment, I'm a person of concern. When they need to discipline me, when I'm on my phone or when I wasn't standing at the door, they'll have a resident come down and cough or this or that. Because, again, this is what threat assessment. You need to be a normal citizen. You need to be punished properly if you don't do your job. Or, if bad things happen in life, you need to get punished. I'll do a video on threat assessment one day. There's smoke and mirrors. There is. You really got to know who you are. You really got to believe in yourself. You really got to walk with your head up high. Don't be agoraphobic. The whole world is not against you. You're not a bad person. If you did something bad, why don't they come and just, arrest me. Arrest me. Come and arrest me. You want to know something? Come ask me questions. Come interview me. It's bullshit, man. And they're putting more and more people on these, But the word is getting out, you see. 20 years ago, I didn't know what gang stalking is. I didn't know what a targeted individual is, or what a threat assessment was, or what being a person of concern is, or being on a watch list is about, or community-oriented policing is. I didn't know about none of these things. I just thought literally that this kid, Terrence Grannis, made a website about me. And that's why everyone looked at me like I was a piece of shit. And also that would explain why people used to record me with their phone, which was a trigger during my first targeting, people recording me with their phone. So they're recording me, random people that saw me in a website, to add it now another video to this secret website I don't know about, which would explain why people ran away from me. People would walk, and right when they got in front of me, they would run and then walk. And I translated that into, they don't want to be on this website because people are taking pictures and they don't want to be in the picture. Imagine how demoralizing that shit is when you're young like that. So there's smoke and mirrors, and they'll play to what you think. They'll play with it, If they'll fuck with you, Be easy on your family. I don't know. I don't want to be easy on my family, though. You see, my situation is different. This is not my first time being targeted. This is my second time being targeted. So that means I was a person of concern for 20 years. I was literally going to kill myself during my confusion stage of my second targeting. So that's why the perps, they talk to me a lot. They use directed comments, not always for negative, for positive, Like and again, with the remote neural monitoring, that's one of the scarier parts of my targeting. That when they know what you're fucking thinking and they use people to walk by you to talk about what you're thinking, that's a little freaky. You don't really get used to that. But they have technology like that, So many times I would walk to the corner during the confusion stage, and I didn't want to just end my life just because of the gang stalking. Like I have some, I don't know how to explain this, but I've been through a lot of shit and a lot of isolation, and you know, besides the worst thing that happened to me is losing my brother, and now I found out I was a person of concern, and I thought that, you know, I was being satanically ritually abused because I believe in all that Freemason mumbo jumbo shit. So what the fuck am I gonna live for? I lost my brother, and now I'm reduced to being a piece of shit in the community. The fuck I gotta live for, yo? So there was many occasions where they would use gang stalkers to like almost comfort me, you know? Like there was a guy who just I'm walking to the store to get cars, like I've been through it too, man. I've been through it too. And I'm looking, I'm like, he's looking dead at me. Again, this is during the confusion stage. I was too scared to say anything. I'm just like, I already know people are talking the same. It was other things. It wasn't that. It was many other things, you know? Like when I get scared, because I think, oh my God, these people want to kill me or something, a motherfucker would walk by and be like, be a man. Stop being scared of fake things. You know, they use a lot of directed conversation with me. This is not my first time being targeted. They probably give me this shit because, you know, this is my second time and I was done with this, bro. I was done with this. Man. The best thing so far I stopped smoking weed since I got to Serbia. My head's clear. I'm going to try my hardest not to smoke when I get back, you know. The best thing you do while you're being gang stalked, or the best thing to do while you're under a federal investigation, is to not do drugs and work out like a motherfucker, yo. That is the best stress relief, yo. That nullifies their fucking bullshit tactics, trust me. You know, quit the drugs, the drinking, the smoking weed, and work out, jog, lift weights, something, you know, that's going to help you. You know, that's going to help you be more confident in yourself. You know, when you're in the middle of, when you're, you know, they're just trying to demoralize you. I'm going to try to do a video about threat assessment, my first gang stalking, and this kid, Terrence Grannis, and revenge. All right? Later.